In this tutorial, we're going to go over some of the basic functions in Iter tools. I'm importing it as IT just so I can easily use it. And for the first one, permutations, we need to make a list. So we'll call it A, and it'll equal 1, 2, and 3. Now, permutations basically says how many combinations of these can we make. So I could say perm equals A, and then I'll say it dot permutations. So this is just going through the iter tools, and it's saying we're going to use the permutations function, and then putting A inside of that. And now we can print list of perms, or just perm. So this is going to tell us the list of all the different combinations that we could have in here. So I'll press F5, and I'll say 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, and so on. I could even say make this 2. If I press F5, then it'll have only all the 2 combinations. If we just had 2 values in our little tuples here. And notice here how if it says 1, 2, it's okay with saying 2, 1. So it's okay with just reversing it. Now the difference between this and combinations is if we do it.combinations, it'll do the same thing, but it won't do this. It'll just say 1, 2, 1, 3, and then 2, 3, and then that'll be it. So if we press F5, 1, 2, 1, 3, and 2, 3. And those are all the unique, totally unique combinations of numbers that we could have in here. And if I added, let's say, 4, it'll make a lot more combinations because it needs to go through all the different possibilities for numbers in here. So those are the sort of list things you can do with iter tools, and you can do a lot with that. But let's go over repeat now. So for I in repeat, and that basically, repeat makes a list of the value you put in first and the amount of times that you tell it to make that list. So if I say 10, then basically that's making a list of hello 10 times. It's just copying and pasting it over and over again, like that. But just really simply. And now, if I just say print I, and I press F5, it'll print hello 10 times here. Perfect. Cycle is a bit different. Cycle basically takes in the list, whatever list you want. And it could be anything. It could be strings, it could be a boolean, it could be a number. And you just say it.cycle through A. And it's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and just keep going over and over again in a loop. And now if I print I, it's just going to keep going forever until the end of time. I don't really want that to happen though, so I'll just say x equals 0, and then here I can say x plus equals 1, so that every time it goes through, x goes up, and then if x is greater than, let's say, 10, then break. So it'll just do this 10 times and then it'll stop. As you can see, it did it 10 times and then it stopped. Now, the last thing we're going to do is count. Count is a little bit different than that. If I say it.count, it's basically going to start at this number, let's say 10, and it'll go up by this number, let's say 3. So if I print this, it'll start at 10, and then it'll go to 13, and then 16, and then 19, and so on. And it will go forever. But I probably don't want to go forever, so I'll just say if x or I is greater than, let's say 100, then break. And now if I press this, it just goes up to 103 and then it stops. So yeah, that's the basics of some simple iter tools functions. I totally recommend playing around with these because they can be really useful. Thanks for watching.